Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Marissa Explains It All. Today I am showing you guys how I'm making this really cute, colorful buttercream watercolor cake. It's my bestie's birthday and she loves cake and colorful things, so I'm gonna make this for her. If that sounds interesting to you, feel free to subscribe to the channel and share this video. Let's get started. So start with making your cake. I'm just using a box mix in Funfetti because that's her favorite, and dividing among 3 6-inch Wilton pans. And so I just used one box mix for this. Make according to the directions and bake. While that's baking, I'm making my buttercream icing, and then I'm going to take just a little dollop of each and put it into 3 small bowls. I really just need 1 or 2 scoops here, not too much icing for the color. We're just going to be using a tiny bit to design, but most of it will be white, so don't tint too much. And so I'm starting out with some Wilton gel food coloring and mixing up so a rose color, and then an orange color, and then lastly a teal color. And of course you can use whatever colors you like, but this was the closest to my inspiration picture, and here's what they look like all mixed. Once that's done, I'm going to head and take my cakes out and go ahead and level them off using the Wilton leveler. I love this tool. It helps make sure your cakes are perfectly level when they stack. I do this when they're still hot, and level each layer, and then pop those tops off, and you can eat them or you can throw them away. I put those in the freezer and make sure that they're nice and chilled before working with them. It really helps to make sure that they're not too soft. And so then I put a dollop of icing on a cake board and begin to fill my cakes. And so here you can tint the icing if you want, but I am leaving it white. And you can put other kinds of fillings if you like, but I am just using a straight buttercream icing to fill and then stack each layer. Once that's done, I'm going to head and crumb coat the whole cake to make sure that the crumbs are captured and that I have a nice base layer to work from. I'm using a bench scraper tool just to make sure that all the icing is kind of just leveled off and all the excess is removed and it's pretty smooth, and I want to pop that back into the freezer for about 15 minutes. Once it's chilled and it comes out, it's time for the actual layer of icing. And so I'm just going to be a little bit more generous with the way that I apply this and make sure that I put lots on top using an offset spatula to straighten out the top first, make sure it's nice and smooth, and then begin on the sides. And so I just go ahead and slather a bunch of icing on the sides, get it all nice and built up, and so that it's not too thin of a layer, and use the bench scraper to kind of scrape some off. Now I just go around and fill in any spots that are missing. You can see some spots that really just need a little bit more icing built up, and then just use your bench scraper, holding it straight up and down, and scrape away until it's smooth. Once you're done, I chill that for a little bit, maybe about 20 minutes, and then I begin by taking my offset spatula and starting to dip into the colors. And this is the easy part. You just have to really use your creative imagination and slather a little bit of icing on here. It doesn't take a whole lot. I'm just going around and doing a little swipe of color in random spots, and you can use your bench scraper to scrape it away if you want to make it look like that, or you can just leave it as is if you like a thicker look. And then I'm going in with my orange. Again, you can kind of just leave it as is if you like that, that look that it's been applied with a palette knife, or you can use your bench scraper to scrape it and make it a little bit thinned out. And so just go around, and again, this is kind of the creative part. Wherever you think it needs a little color, you can add that. And so of course going in now with my third color, the teal. Once that's done, I'm going to actually add some dots in a cluster with a toothpick using just black icing, and my camera of course did not want to focus here. It wanted to focus on the background, but essentially just making a grouping of dots with black icing and a toothpick. And this was a little harder because the cake was chilled. I had a difficult time trying to get the grouping of dots, but this is what it kind of looks like up close. And then once it was all done, I started using an open star tip to pipe some rosettes and just pipe some stars. Just use whatever icing you have left. It might not be a whole lot left. Then I bought some macarons for the top to decorate. I wanted to make it a little more fancy, and I don't usually make macarons myself. I tried to get a teal and a pink and kind of an orange color to kind of tie into my color scheme. I popped those on top in a way that I thought looked nice and made it stand up. I added a little happy birthday topper to it with a toothpick, and then I took some chocolate covered pearls and just added some accents all around. And these are by Wilton. You can find these at Michael's, and they're just some sugar pearls. These are actually chocolate, but you can get ones that are non-chocolate as well. Add those around there, and this is what it looks like. A really cute, modern kind of watercolor cake. Very adorable. I think it turned out pretty well, and hopefully she likes it. So that is everything. Turned out super cute, really simple technique, so hopefully you guys can make that. Let me know if you have questions below. I'm happy to help, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye guys.